Welcome back to Lock and Reload. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick overview review of holsters and my POU, my philosophy of use of holsters. In particular, my favorite company is BLACKHAWK. And BLACKHAWK makes a lot of great products, whether they be their holsters, their tactical gear. I actually don't have any tactical gear other than some of the stuff that's mounted on my Condor chest rig. Anyway, holsters. There are a lot of different holsters out there. You have everything from your retention holsters to your Kydex holsters, and just a lot of different configurations. You have your leather holsters, your nylon holsters, your polymer holsters, stuff like that. Anyways, I don't really care for nylon holsters. This is my shoulder holster made by Soft Armor. Now, it is what it is. Personally, I've worn this a few times, and I use it for special occasions, things like deer hunting, and if I don't want to put something on my holster. The one thing I do like about it is the internals of this holster. It's very soft. It won't scratch my gun by any means, but again, it's alright. The reason I'm not a big fan of retention holsters is for the simple fact that, put my 1911 in, you have to, it's kind of a pain, it's not going to fall out because it's under retention, manual retention as I call them. And the holster itself, you have to unsnap it and re-snap it to put it in. Now, the reason I'm not a big fan of that is over time it's fabric. It will wear out faster than most holsters over time. You got to look at the long term of holsters. So therefore, this isn't my first choice in holsters. But what my first choice in holster is BLACKHAWK. In particular, the Serpo holster. Now, the Serpo holster is in my eyes, and your mileage may differ, you might find a totally different and better holster that works for you. But this system works for me very, very well. Now, the reason I like BLACKHAWK is they have a retention, essentially a retention button that locks the trigger guard. Click in, not going to come up. That's one of my things that I like about it. Now, I have a couple of components on here that I did buy from BLACKHAWK that do not come with these. Basically, with the BLACKHAWK holster, you get the paddle holster, or the paddle platform, and you get a belt loop platform. The belt loop platform is comfortable, but the gun rides so high on your hip that you literally have to draw it and go halfway up your ribs in order to pull it up. If you like something that rides that high, so be it. Again, it's POU, philosophy of use, whatever works for you. Sorry, nothing fancy, I kind of stole that from you. Anyway, you can get BLACKHAWK in many different configurations, and especially if you put one of their aftermarket parts on them. And one of their products and their accessories for these holsters are their quick disconnect. Their quick disconnect are awesome. For instance, on my chest rig itself, if you can see that, I just hope you can. Say this thing is on, and not to mention with these quick disconnects, you can adjust your cant accordingly. Now, say it's on your hip, and for some reason, you have a reason why you're wearing tactical nylon or tactical gear. Now, if you don't want it on your hip anymore, you can pull it off, find your chest rig, and I find that a chest mounted works great for me. I like the position. You can go from your hip to your chest and vice versa. I know a lot of people in the military go from the hip or drop leg to a chest because of vehicle purpose and mobility. But primarily I wear mine on my hip, hence the term hip holster. These quick disconnects are awesome. Now, you can purchase them from BLACKHAWK, but they're kind of pricey. For the kit itself, it's like 40-50 bucks just for the male and female, and it's a screw-on. And I'm not entirely a big fan of screwing things together because you have the potential to fail. But if you put some Loctite on the screws and whatnot, and you don't plan on taking it off, so be it. This is the male end, and then of course you've got your female end. Now, the other diversity of this, you can buy another female end of the quick disconnect just by itself, and you can bolt it to like underneath a table, and then you can take your gun and everything, and say this is under the table. Now you can take that, and if you want it under the table from your hip, you can put it under the table and it's nice and secure. So that right there says it all. I mean, you've got put it in many different positions, whether it be on your body, under a table, on top of a doorway. You got many different configurations for it. So that's the Serpa holster, and honestly it's probably one of the toughest ones out there. Like I stated, it's not coming out. And this isn't just something I bought last week. I bought this holster about 9 months ago, so it's going on an ongoing test that I carry it every day, and I'll shoot a EDC video on that. I like BLACKHAWK so much that they do carry a nylon holster that is not a bandolier holster. And personally, this is my Thompson Center. This thing's got a 10-inch barrel. It's in 44 Magnum. Now, majority of the companies make a bandolier holster for this thing. I'm sorry, but anything that looks like a purse, I really don't want it. Not that I'm insecure about my manhood, but I'm sorry, it just looks like a damn purse. Anyway, but they make a vertical holster that goes where the gun can be on my side, on my left side, and I know it's a 10-inch gun, it's kind of big, but it is what it is. And that one's made out of nylon, but the thing is I don't plan on carrying that every day. That's my deer hunting gun, and what it is what it is. Now, BLACKHAWK makes a lot of different things. This is their CQC, and by the way, Serpa is part of their CQC series, and you can get it in many different finishes. You can get the standard polymer. These are made out of polymer. A lot of people think that they're made out of Kydex, but they're actually made out of polymer. And a lot of people say, well, Kydex is better than polymer, and polymer is better than Kydex. You know, whatever works for you. If you think polymer works great for you and Kydex is junk, so be it. If you think Kydex is awesome and polymer is junk, whatever. Vice versa. It all depends on what you like. Anyway, this is their, and you can also get it in carbon fiber. It looks pretty. I didn't get it in carbon fiber because my gun stands out enough as it is. Have you seen how damn shiny it is? Anyway, they make their mag holsters, and these do also come in the standard finish, and they also come in the carbon fiber, and it's just the carbon fiber that wraps around here. Anyway, it's pretty solid. It's not going to come out. I mean, if you really wrench on it, yeah, it will fall out, but it's a great design. Clicks in, comes out, clicks in, comes out really easy. Just because there is a polymer spring, and the polymer spring really bothers me a little bit because it is plastic, and I live in a very tempered state. It gets hot, cold all the time. So therefore that fatigues plastic, doesn't matter what it is. Now, so far this thing's holding up. Again, this is a 9-month test so far. I've had it 9 months, no failures. But other than that, this is an awesome holster, mag holster. There is an adaptation that you can use with this too. if you pull off, if you depress this and pull the actual belt loop holster off, I'll set that off to the side, it runs off a dovetail system. So if you have a drop leg and you have like 4 of these, or they actually make them in double CQC mag holsters too, you can actually clip it into your drop leg platform, and which is kind of nice, and it makes it more diverse. Now, the drawback that I don't really care for about this holster is you cannot take this off, take the belt loop off, or the belt loop adapter thing off when the magazine's in the holster. And I find that kind of a drawback, but you know, it is what it is. Nothing's perfect. So, you know, this is, I'll shoot a video, like I stated, I'll shoot a video on my EAC as well. The other thing I like about the Serpa holster as well is they make many different platforms. Whether it is a hip platform, whether it's a chest rig platform, they make a drop leg platform, they make a shoulder holster platform. And you can take the quick disconnects, you can buy them, and if you go to Optical Planet, you can get these disconnects for like half the price. So go on Optical Planet, I'll leave a description on the bottom, or I'll update it somewhere in the video of that website, and you type in BLACKHAWK, it'll bring everything up from the actual holster to the different platforms, to the disconnect, to the mag holsters, anything BLACKHAWK generally they carry. So it is more diverse. So if you're looking for a really good holster that's going to complement you and your gun, now bear in mind with BLACKHAWK, they don't make the Serpa holster for every firearm. They're getting better about it, but they don't make it for every firearm. Now if you buy a Glock, that holster for Glock I think will also work, that same holster will also work for the SIG 226 or the SIG 250, but it is what it is. Other than that, BLACKHAWK is a great company. Check them out, try them out. I mean, they're great. If they work for you, great. If not, you know, find something else that works for you. It all depends on what your needs are, whether you want to wear something out of the waistband or in the waistband. I can't wear anything in the waistband. I don't have a concealed carry permit because I live in Wisconsin. That's not offered to us. But if you do, look at your other options. But BLACKHAWK, check them out. They're an awesome company. I highly recommend that. At any rate, lock and reload with Ryan with your BLACKHAWK tactical gear. Later.